MFA updates
Sawadika and welcome to MFA Update. I am Kimmy Paniknisha Grayerk, your host. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, recently His Excellency Mr. Ratchalichan, advisor to the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, participated in the Asia-Pacific Regional Dialogue for Human Rights 75 at ESCAP, Bangkok, to speak at the opening session together with the High Commissioner for Human Rights, who participated via video message, and youth representatives. He highlighted the role of ASEAN Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights as sub-regional human rights mechanism and advocated the importance of SDGs as well as just, peaceful, and inclusive society. Furthermore, His Excellency Mr. Sihasak Phuangketkaew, Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs, joined virtually as a panelist in the regional dialogue, sharing experience as chair of the high-level panel to draft the term of reference for ASEAN Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights, highlighting the role of ASEAN, progress and challenges, as well as suggesting way forward to strengthen its human rights mandate and contribution to global human rights works. This regional dialogue was organized by the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights as part of the commemoration for the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. After convening regional dialogues in 4 regions, the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights is scheduled to convene a high-level commemorative event in Geneva on 11th to 12th December 2023. So this episode, my guest, Jitvipa Benjasil, she's the Director of the Social Division, Department of International Organizations, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Let's hear our conversation focusing on the Asia-Pacific Regional Dialogue for Human Rights 75.
The Foreign Affairs That Matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA Updates.
Sawadika, it's a great pleasure to talk to you on MFA Update program.
Sawadika, Director Paniknisha. Nice to be here.
So first question, I would like to ask you that what was the objective and importance of the Asia-Pacific Regional Dialogue for Human Rights 75?
Yes, well, this Asia-Pacific Regional Dialogue is a part of the commemorative event for the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. I call it in short UDHR. UDHR is in fact an international document. It's a milestone document that enshrines the rights and freedoms of all human beings.
Mm-hmm.
The declaration was adopted by the UN General Assembly on the 10th of December 1948. So this year is a special occasion because international community would celebrate the 75th anniversary of this document. The event that was organized in Bangkok last week is one of the 5 regional dialogues, which is mandated by Human Rights Council. These dialogues are held before the high-level event that will celebrate UDHR in December.
Mm-hmm.
And the outcomes of these dialogues, including other events, pledging events, other activities on this issue, will contribute to the preparation of the UN High Commissioner vision for human rights for the next 25 years, as well as the 2024 the Summit of the Future, which is the initiative of the UN Secretary General.
Thank you very much. Next question. What were highlighted at the Asia-Pacific Regional Dialogue for Human Rights 75?
The theme that was set for Asia-Pacific is the regional human rights mechanisms. Different regions got different themes. It was set for the indigenous people, access to justice for Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
The theme is on the right to development for Africa, on human rights education for Middle East and North Africa, and the theme is on human rights to clean, healthy, and sustainable environment for Europe and Central Asia. For our region, for Asia Pacific, it is quite unique considering the theme on regional human rights because, as you know, Asia Pacific is the largest region, it's the most diverse region. And in terms of mechanisms on human rights, it still lacks the region-wide human rights mechanism. There are some sub-regional mechanisms or human rights bodies, such as in ASEAN, we have AISHA, which is Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights. And the event was participated by various sectors, stakeholders, representatives from states, from diplomatic community, from national human rights institutions, from civil society, as well as youth representatives. And the panelists are also from other regions because we want to learn from human rights mechanism in other regions as well. So besides ASEAN, Asia, we have the European Union, the representative from Latin America, from Africa as well, representing their views and sharing their experience. For Thailand, we had our advisor for Deputy Foreign Minister, Kun Rat Tarijan, gave opening remarks at the event. He highlighted the important role of the strengthening sub-regional and regional mechanisms in order to promote and protect human rights. He also emphasized the importance of advancing peaceful, just, and inclusive society, as well as the mutually reinforcing nature between sustainable development goals as well as human rights. And we also had our Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs, Kun Siyasak Pongketkaew. He spoke as one of the panelists at the event, sharing experience as a former chair of the Aisha Term of Reference Drafting Committee, as well as a former president of the Human Rights Council. He also mentioned that, Aisha has been set up and then serve as an important human rights body in ASEAN, and it can be involved even further to contribute to the work on human rights in the sub-regional, at national level and in region-wide Asia Pacific. And among the other important points or recommendations highlighted at the event, in summary, I think the event highlighted the complementarity between regional and sub-regional human rights mechanisms, which they can support the human rights work at national, at global level as well. And it also underlines the statement that there's no one-size-fits-all in terms of when it comes to regional and sub-regional human rights mechanisms, because we can see that each mechanism was set up, was started, and can also tailor-made to the specific context of each region and sub-region and correspond to the needs, but at the same time can be evolved even further, as I mentioned. And besides the arrangement or cooperation between government or so-called interstate arrangement, the regional and sub-regional mechanisms or platforms can also take many other forms. It can be set up as a regional networks among national human rights commissions or institutions as well, or the dialogue regional networks among civil society. At the same time, many participants also mentioned important role of women, children, participation of youth in the discussion, because a lot of human rights issues, human rights challenge in the future will be falling upon them, and they should be able to take active role in making their voice heard and providing inputs on how they want to shape the direction going forward. So in general, it was a good discussion.
Interesting. So what is the role of Thailand in human rights promotion at the international level?
Well, this regional dialogue is one of the good examples. But Thailand serves as a regional hub of the UN office, UN funds and programs, as well as the hub and the avenue for multilateral discussions. So that's kind of like our project and reflect the role that Thailand has played as a host, as well as the contributor to ideas, to initiatives that would help further, for this case, advancing human rights. And at the same time, there are many other issues in a global agenda that are being discussed at the regional level here in Thailand. And technically, I think, Thailand has also been traditionally seen as a bridge builder, a country with moderate voice, with a constructive role in how we engage and interact with our partners. And we have always continued to strive to promote the dialogue, cooperation, technical cooperation to advance human rights. We attach importance to capacity building. These roles are being reflected in many international fora, in the UN General Assembly, in the Human Rights Council, and in many other international meetings and frameworks. And Thailand has also been running for the membership of the Human Rights Council for the term 2025 and 2027. So Thailand wishes to contribute to the work of the HRC in steering global human rights discourse in a norm, policy shaping, setting the tone of, and also contributing to how the global community discuss and want to further advance human rights at present time and also for future generations. So I think, this meeting last week is one of those examples in how we play our role and how we made our efforts in contributing to the work in that direction to make sure that the HRC make a difference on the ground in the country, in the region.
คุณจิตวิภา thank you so much for the useful information. Hope to have the opportunity to talk to you again. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you, Director Kaniknisha. Thank you for having me. Was Kun Jitvipa Benjasil, the Director of the Social Division, Department of International Organizations, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights provides us with an important opportunity as well as a potential inflection point to move from commitment to action by strengthening the state duty to protect human rights, the corporate responsibility to respect human rights, access to effectively remedy, and ultimately global solidarity for the rights of all. And this is Radio Thailand MFA Update. You can always find us on Facebook page Radio Thailand World Service and FM 88 Radio Thailand English to discover the rest of editions and other stories. Thank you for joining me. I am Kimmy Paniknisha Grairek. Have a lovely day. สวัสดีค่ะ
MFA Updates